Welcome to Pop and Play, the podcast all about play and pop culture and how each shapes our lives. I'm Haeny Yoon.
And I'm Nathan Holbert. And today we are celebrating the most wonderful time of the year. It's a very poppin' holiday episode.
Woo!
That was impressive.
I hope you guys are excited.
Okay, well, I'm supposed to sing a few bars of a holiday song, but I'm not gonna. Okay, so, and while we could probably handle this topic alone, we have two very special guests and friends of the pod. Without them, we would not be who we are.
For better or worse.
It's their fault in many ways.
So true.
Yeah, we have Lalitha Vasudevan, Vice Dean for Digital Innovation at Teachers College.
Hi, everyone. Lovely to see you guys.
Again.
Always good to be here.
Yeah.
Very excited to be back.
And another frequent guest of the pod, we have Sonali Rajan, Senior Research Director for Everytown for Gun Safety.
Hi, you guys. But we're not talking about guns today. So this is like the opposite.
Yeah.
We are super excited to have you both with us. We kind of hadn't planned to do this, but got a random text message from Sonali about how excited she was to be listening to Christmas music and holiday music, and that she felt like Pop and Play needed to talk about this more often.
Yeah. So we're going to pop off today on the holidays to get ourselves ready for the season.
That's right. It's December now. We have to start thinking about the holidays. I have delayed it until after Thanksgiving, as is my yearly rule, that I can't hear or think about the holidays until after Thanksgiving.
I can't even believe we're friends.
But we are past that. It's time. It's time to go fully in.
Sonali, you like to listen to holiday music all year round? Is that your jam?
Literally post-Halloween, it's fair game. which is why Nathan can't come to my apartment for 4 weeks.
Shut it down for 4 weeks.
It's good to see you again.
Good to have you both with us. I think we should just dive right into this.
Yes.
Because I have a feeling we're going to have to move quickly, knowing our guests and how many songs and how many holiday topics and traditions they're going to want to talk about. But let's start simple here. Let's invite each of us to share your top 2 holiday songs.
Well, can I interject something really quick? I like the way that it's starting because I feel like the holiday season always starts with music. Once I hear something playing in a store or somewhere else, I'm like, oh, it is time for the holiday.
It's on.
It's on. Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, am I gone?
Yes.
Let's
all right.
start us out.
I'm very, we're starting off, you told us, you gave us a charge. You said top 2.
Right.
And true.
Because I knew Sonali was going to choose 29 if I didn't.
Obviously.
I would like to say I whittled that 29 down to like 3.5.
3.5.
Well, you'll hear about the half in a second.
And I couldn't not spend some time thinking about what top meant. Like, what does it mean for something to be at the top?
Very Lalitha.
And what does it also mean for something to be a holiday song?
Okay.
And so I went on a
let's
journey.
debate the words for the next 20 minutes.
I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it short. Because look, I what I will say is when I think of holiday season, I think of the run up to a period of time when I can be in my pajamas and just nap indiscriminately.
Yeah.
Like that to me is the real essence of winter break.
Of the holidays.
And
the true meaning of the holidays is
Napping.
Lalitha in her PJs.
That's really it. And so I did think about what's going to get me kind of both amped and relaxed.
Cozy.
And so cozy. And for me, I think music is an embodied experience. Those of you who may know my love of air drumming will appreciate this. So I have a cheat response and then a second response.
Okay.
So my cheat response is actually 2 songs I have put together in my head this past season.
Oh, it's a mashup.
Love
Love a good mashup.
And I think they kind of go together. And they're from 2 distinct eras in American history. One is kind of classic, I think 50s, 60s, and then one is 80s. And this is the pairing of Darlene Love, whose voice is just tremendous. There's a great mashup of her singing the Christmas song, Baby Please Come Home, on David Letterman over like several years.
Okay.
And that to me sits in a cozy little pod with Last Christmas by Wham. And they're both about
Love both of those.
Last Christmas, somebody gave away their heart, and now Darlene's saying, please come home. And I think there's a nice little narrative here to be
Lily, this is
suggested.
amazingly emo. For
I
someone
know
not
it is.
Sonali.
It's a little...
Emo start. Yeah.
So do you want us to do both, or you want to... I'm going to toss that first one out there.
I mean, I feel like Lalitha starting is always a mistake
Yeah.
because it's so profound, and the rest of our
are
life.
goofy. Like, I love rocking around the Christmas tree.
I just feel my thunder.
Yeah.
I mean, there are genres, but those I can belt. I
Yeah.
don't have a good voice, but I belt them anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
how I'm
Yeah, let's
starting.
go around. So let's one from Lalitha. Sonali, you want to give us your first of 29?
How long is this episode?
Oh my God, she's like pulling out her notes app
She
and has a
unrolled a
list.
scroll.
She's like, let me
digital
look at my Spotify.
I'm not sure where she had the scroll tucked away when she
Listen, this was okay. So first of all, Nathan called this like before we started recording because he knows me far too well. But yes, Pentatonic does like an amazing version of Little Drummer Boy, and I like look back through all of my like Spotify like versions of Christmas playlists because I have many and I've made
Yeah.
many, and it is always on there, and it is just such a good. So I love acapella, like it just hits all the notes. So that's one.
The fact you just get to give one.
Oh, we're just doing.
Are we also allowed to comment that that's the wrong Drummer Boy?
I do love Little Drummer Boy. That is the wrong version. The correct answer is the David Bowie.
Also a good version.
And
this
why am I going? Bing Crosby duets. And that one really works
Unlikely
best
duo.
when you watch the video of it because there's like the opener with like, oh, hello.
I just watched it. And then there's an SNL parody of it.
oh my God, I love that.
I watched that too.
Yeah.
All right. Haeny,
I mean, I'm just going to say, I think my role here is to be basic.
let's do it.
So the basic answer is Mariah Carey,
that
All
was
I
my
Want
other-
for Christmas.
yes.
That is the
Solid
basic
answer.
answer. That's the basicest answer.
Yeah.
That's like the correct answer,
Yeah.
though. You hear it
Look.
and you're like,
I don't know what Mariah Carey is actually like. She kind of has that diva, I'm
Yeah.
unbothered energy.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that now that I'm like older and wiser. I'm like, I like unbothered, I'm a diva energy. I'm going to bring that into 2026.
I mean, you bring that into every room.
I know.
From what I can tell.
yeah.
One thing I'll say about that too is it's so hard to break into the kind of attention economy with a new song associated with this like universally claimed
Yeah.
time of year, holiday, whatever you want to call it. So it's a phenomenon, and I think
Yeah.
it's fascinating that
Yeah.
it persists.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. I mean, I definitely not on my list, but a pretty good one. I'll start since you started so basic. I'll start with trying to be cool, which is kind of my whole vibe.
Oh, yeah.
trying
exactly.
to be cool. I'm
Yes.
failing.
That tracks completely.
I'm gonna go with Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses. That's a fun one.
What is that?
I don't even know what that is.
Did it, 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 did it.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Hope you have fun this year.
Oh, yeah.
Do, 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 do.
That's like,
It's a good one. All right, number 2. What's number 2 on the list, Lalitha?
Okay, look, here's the thing. I like stories. I mean, I like songs that have stories, as you can see. I create narrative with random bad Christmas songs. But I also like things that allow me to have a full-bodied experience. And I struggled with this because I love to drum. I love to pretend I'm drumming. I don't drum at all
love
in
to
real
drum.
life. I love to drum the air. And I'm going to have to say, this was really hard because I enjoy a lot of fun holiday music. But I went with Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
I thought about that. I totally thought about
that's
going that
solid.
direction.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
one
yeah.
did you choose?
Wow.
You just choose the whole album?
The Christmas Sarajevo,
Sarajevo.
1994. Dun 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 dun
So
dun
good.
dun 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 dun.
Sonali, what's your contribution? Solo.
okay, solid choice.
Very good
I feel
choice.
great about that. Okay, I had Mariah Carey because that is, I do feel like that is a thing.
Iconic.
But my half kind of hot take that I'm just going to offer out here, because I was looking, so I have like 480 songs on my liked songs like thing, and I was going through it, and I have like 8 versions of Auld Lang Syne, which I know is not technically
put that.
Oh, that's
No, I
Christmas.
meant that.
Classic.
but
holiday.
literally
It's a holiday.
Yeah.
holiday, and I cannot listen to it without like getting super weepy.
yeah.
Which I know you're shocked, so I'm glad you're sitting down. However, and
Yeah.
any version, to be clear. I'm like, anyway, that's my other contribution. But I didn't know if it would count.
Yeah, I'm going to go on that. I don't know if this counts train. And I'm going to make a declaration of a new Christmas song or holiday song that I would like to enter into contention. So I also think about holidays as sort of a sad time for people. You know, you like re-experience your heartbreak. You're like alone or not alone or whatever. I'm going to offer Champagne Problems by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I had to get Taylor in here somehow.
I feel great about that.
Yeah, and if you're not listening to them the holidays, you are not doing it right.
So should we also talk about Champagne Problems, the Netflix movie that I watched?
Yeah, but I haven't watched it yet, so let's
not. Save that for the What's Poppin'.
But I think that movie has now propelled Champagne Problems, the song, into the ether.
The holiday realm.
I can see that. I think that's fine. I think, I think you need it. The problem with I don't listen to Christmas music until after Thanksgiving, and then I listen to it a lot, is like, you get tired of it if that's all you're listening to. And so you kind of need to mix in songs that are like adjacent, and I think that's a good one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, my final pick then, I'm going to go with Christmas is Coming by the Vince Guaraldi Trio.
What?
This is the Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Oh, Charlie Brown. Okay, got it. Wait, is it the dun 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 dun?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is also called the karaoke podcast.
And then Trans-Siberian comes in.
We are acapella-ing as we speak.
Yeah.
To be clear.
It's your dream.
Fantastic. Okay, so thinking about your favorite Christmas songs is a lot of fun, but I also thought it might be kind of fun for us to think about songs that we kind of can't stand, that we would excise, we would remove from all the playlists around the world that are holiday songs that we just don't want to hear anymore. So can we choose a song to Thanos from the world? A holiday song. We'll let you start. Yeah.
Okay, when I was 6, I took tap dancing lessons, and I had to do all these sort of like ridiculous performances where you have to like put bows, and I hated everything about it.
That, though. I wanted to be a tap dancer.
Did you have balloons on your hat?
I did not, but I did have to do a thing to Holly Jolly Christmas, and I freaking hate that song.
I have a Holly Jolly Christmas.
Thank you. And then Matt, it's just everything about it. I don't like it. It's not even like, it's just
that's a bad one.
It's a bad one.
Yeah.
I skip through it if I hear it.
That's a good one.
And my Spotify has been trained accordingly, to be clear.
Oh, very good.
That's my hot take.
It. Okay. I struggle with this because, again, one man's whatever, trash is another man's treasure. I gotta go with Grandma getting run over.
Haeny is horrified.
Whoa. Okay.
Your alternate best of becomes very dark.
This also tracks.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like that pick. I think that song is. Listen, that song can be fun when you're little, right? Which is also part of how I chose my song, is a song that might have been fun at one point that I'm just completely done with in life. I do want to say that I thought about choosing the Mariah Carey song here.
I wondered.
But I knew it would be a very controversial take, which would be fun. I don't really care for that song.
Inadvertently calling me basic. In a lot of different ways.
Pretty directly. But no, my choice is 12 Days of Christmas. I don't need to go through a list that I repeat over and over
That's
again.
True. That's actually very true. I think that's a good choice. I honestly can't think of anything.
What?
Yes, I can.
I
was like maybe Frosty the Snowman, but when it comes on, I don't hate it either.
You know what? I love this about Haeny. That's like such a lovely quality. See? Leaning in, embracing all the Christmas.
Oh, but I also do hate a lot of things. But
no, I know. It's the same.
Kind of a hater. A little surprised.
Yeah.
Haeny, just own it.
Yeah. But the holidays, I feel like it's the vibe. I like the vibe of like winding down into something where you can just sit around and eat a lot of food and it's acceptable.
All right. Listen, it's good to think about holiday songs. It's especially fun to be a hater like Haeny always is. I'm finding I enjoyed it. But we thought we might take a few minutes to talk about holiday traditions. What are some things that, you either do as a family, you remember you doing as a child maybe, things you do now, or things you did at school? What are some traditions that you find particularly interesting or valuable that you'd like to share with everybody?
Okay, I had a really hard time with this question too. And I was also like, it's actually a really good question because it's about how families and communities develop culture and affinity and belonging, right? And then for some reason, I couldn't think of anything. Okay, but we actually, so my husband Neil is from Michigan and I'm from Illinois. And so a lot of, during the holidays, we'll actually drive because then we could go to both places. In different, in different swaths of time. So we actually always go early in the morning on one of the days. It takes us about 9 hours to get to Detroit/Ann Arbor. And we always stop at this place called Tom's Diner. And we take an obligatory picture next to Santa on the bench. And I feel like that place used to be a funeral home because it looks exactly like one. But we're like, we got to go to Tom's Diner. And a lot of times we have the same waitress, which is kind of awesome.
That is awesome. Right.
Shout out to Tom's Diner somewhere in Pennsylvania. I have no idea where you are. But
I love
it's
that.
about a couple hours away. I like that. I like the passing of time, too. Like every time you look at the pictures. Anyway.
The Tom's Diner visit. That's great.
Love that.
Great call. Lalitha?
Yeah, I can go. I was thinking about this. I had a few things. The one that I will say stood out to me immediately was, so we emigrated to this country in the late 70s, and we were not obvious candidates for celebrating Christmas, as it were. And, my dad, new immigrant, going to work, for something that really glommed onto him, or that he glommed onto, was the Rat Pack Christmas albums.
Yeah.
And I remember sometime in the 80s, he got a stereo system in our home. And the first CDs he bought were Dean Martin's Christmas and Fiddler on the Roof. And those two things would be in heavy rotation. Fiddler all year long. I don't know what it was about Topol that he really...
What's not to love?
I think it's the song Tradition that he really liked. And we were not so subtle, Dad. So I grew up just with, crooners, baritone Christmas music.
That is so weird because, my family's new immigrants around that time too. And my dad was really into that as well.
Whoa.
So I'm I wonder if it's a way for immigrant adults to feel acculturated or feel a part of American culture, or if they saw that as American culture.
That makes sense, right? It was kind of the height of culture at that time.
Also, it's such an easy way to try, right? It's it's sort of an easy, low-hanging fruit way to be I can listen to this and participate.
Right?
Yeah. I think about that a lot.
And I think that that to me, when you asked us to think about holiday songs, movies, traditions, even the hating on holiday. One of the things I love about that, and I appreciate what Haeny just said about the cultural practices that holidays invite in, and it is low-hanging fruit, and it's a way for me as a kid who was that became part of our lives later on. But initially I was I can sing the songs. Rudolph seems like a cool cat, like that. and I think it's interesting to think about what are the ways into things that might seem like barriers, but they were really kind of offerings. And I get it. It's not, everybody doesn't have that take, but I think the music piece of it felt universal, just to be everybody sing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll go next, and then you can end us here. I was thinking a couple. Always there's lots of options to choose from, but the one I'll choose is in my family we have always done a scavenger hunt on Christmas morning for the big present. And when I was a kid, my dad would make these clues that were always these little poems, and then we had to go find where the next where the clue led you, and then that would be the next clue, and you would kind of go through 4 or 5 clues. And I do that now for both of my kids. And what's fun about it is for it to be kind of a continuation, but it's also been fun to think about how do I write a little clue poem for a kid who can't read? How do I write a little clue poem for a kid that's just learning to read? And then now that my kids are older, like I can make like really hard ones. It's just fun to like
awesome.
That's really cute.
explore the
That's a really
change.
cool tradition.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a lot of work.
It is so much work. Christmas Eve night, I'm like,
Staying up all night.
pour our big glass of whiskey, and I'm like trying to write poetry.
What happens to the poetry over the course of the glass?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The rhymes get a little rougher, a little more near.
Have you saved this poetry that you've written?
I have probably. I probably have most of them in my,
Oh my
sock
God.
drawer somewhere.
We
yeah.
got T.S. Eliot here.
I know.
You
Oh
can
no,
publish these.
they are bad, and they're all like to the toilet. So they're all like about toilets or
Oh, I
about
love this. He
knows his audience.
version.
the,
Yes.
the laundry room. It's all very like
That's a really great tradition. I love that.
T.S. toilet.
I love the passing down of from
Yeah,
one generation
yeah.
to the next and keeping it alive.
Yeah, it's fun to do. And my sister does it as well too. With her
Oh,
family,
that's
which is fun,
cute.
so.
That's really sweet.
I love that.
That's sweet.
Take us
Okay,
home, Sonali.
take us home. I will build a little bit upon what Lalitha was sharing. So my parents also immigrants, and we grew up in upstate New York, where everyone in our neighborhood celebrated Christmas. And so the beautiful thing about Christmas is that it's very like, you don't have to be, like, we're not religious. We don't have any. So, but we also had in the neighborhood where we were growing up, a lot of our friends also were Jewish and celebrated Hanukkah. And so just classic Mama Rajan, we would get our tree at the beginning of December. And I have such vivid memories of my sisters and I in the car with my poor dad, and the trees on the roof, and we had gone to the Hewitts, like, which was 20 minutes away to drive, and the tree would like roll off, and my sisters and I would be like screaming in the car, and my poor dad would be like, oh my God, this freaking tree. And we would name our tree Bubba, which I was sharing on our text thread last night. So we still, even now, Nikki calls our tree Bubba.
Oh, that's
And
so
then, which is like random and whatever. But we would be decorating this tree, and while we would decorate the tree, my mom would make latkes, because she had like,
nice.
she's an amazing cook, and just was like curious, always just so curious about like other foods and cultures. But she would also make vade, which is like this Indian, it's like delicious fried dough. I don't know how to
Savory
describe
donut.
it. Yeah, it's like it's an Indian version of a donut. So she would basically, the whole house would smell like fried. And we would
love
be
that.
like decorating the tree, and my dad would be like sitting like relieved that we didn't like die driving home with this like tree. I just like loved the sort of like hodgepodgeness of
Yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
that my mom in particular was just so good about like,
Yeah.
this is new and it's not what she did growing up, but this is like a thing we'll do with our family. And we did that. And, and now it's, we're grown up, but
I love that. I love holiday as pastiche, right?
Yes.
Like just we
As a-
bring, and then it's also braiding
also
together.
now I want a latke.
I know.
Yeah, I'm hungry
Well,
now.
I do too, because my stomach started growling.
Yeah.
Some
Like,
of those donuts too.
anyway, so that's my like favorite memory.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you both, Sonali, Lalitha, for joining us to talk about holiday music, holiday traditions. It was a lot of fun.
This is great.
Yeah,
fun.
and permission to just play more.
Yeah.
in the holidays.
Yeah.
In all forms.
I love
Some
it.
new traditions, play some music, have a great time. Hope everyone has a nice holiday and holiday break. And we will see you back after the new year. And we do want to remind you that on January 20th, we will be releasing our next play date, which is on
Knock on wood.
woodworking. So
That was my cue.
that was your cue. So if you haven't yet got a chance to do some whittling or do some construction, try. It's
Or
fun.
just even feel some wood.
Feel some wood. Go look at
Yeah.
a tree. Go touch a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Etching. Make
Yeah.
an etching.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.